So just a quick update, redoing the brakes on the 745i here. I got a bunch of new hoses, a new caliper for the back, well, two new calipers. As you can see, I've already got the calipers taken off, and you're probably questioning what this thing is. So this is an old on-the-car brake lathe that I've got from, can't show you the supplier, but I can tell you that it's originally made by a company called MAD in Sweden. I think their part number for it is the DA 2002 or something. It's a cool little contraption here. You put it on this stand. You have it mounted next to the car. Yes, I have the jack stand sitting on wood, but that's because I couldn't get the thing down far enough. But figure I'll set this up here for a little bit and let you guys watch how this thing works, because everybody's always fascinated by it. So right up here on the top, there's an arrow on the side of the lathe head here. Shows you which way you want the rotor spinning. So you just turn it to that direction. You can adjust your speed here depending on what it is. The hardest part of getting this thing set up was getting that little band on a non-vented rotor. Each click here is, I think, 2/1000ths of an inch. So click it in so you're getting a solid ring around there. So that's a solid ring. If you want, you can slowly move it with this button here. We will get out. Move this all the way in. So it's right about there. 2 clicks in. 2 clicks in. And then all you do is hit auto feed 1. And it starts moving. So there's one side done there. Not a bad finish. Unfortunately, it was just a little lip left here because apparently this didn't have enough treble on it. So, oh well. But the nice thing is, this bracket, everything's all set up, ready to go for the next side. So on the next side, all I gotta do is just take this off, flip it up, take the caliper off, and get it ready to go. So I'll show you some more progress when this is all done. So over here on the passenger side now, doing the brakes, I have an 11mm wrench and a 14mm crow's foot line wrench. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit my little 11mm crow's foot on there, but luckily it's not very rusty and everything should break free. So I'm doing all the brake lines back here, rebuilt calipers. Unfortunately, I forgot to get new pads, but those pads have plenty of life left on them, and all I need to do for now is just take it for a test drive when I have brakes. But I'm going to work on this side and show you guys everything when this one's done too. So only took me probably 10 minutes to get everything set up on this side so far. So I got the lathe head attached, the motor attached, arrows pointing down, so that means rotor goes that way. Just feed this in here. So we just gotta feed this in so we get a solid ring. That's 3 clicks in. So 3 clicks out. Feed it all the way in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And start it. So that probably took, I don't know, 10 minutes for that thing to go across. And I had it on the slow setting. Put it on the faster setting here, it'll go a little bit faster. But nice surface finish there. Not really any lip on the end of it. So that is good to go. Obviously, I have to check to make sure this is not below the minimum, but for my purposes right now, it doesn't really matter because I'm just trying to get this thing so I have brakes so I can try to drive it in the driveway. All right, it is all done back here. Got everything tightened up. Don't underestimate how much fun that little hose is back there, but it's all done. Just gotta do the fronts and then bleed everything because obviously these are seized up. But while we're back here, I'll explain to you guys this funky looking shock and stuff. So all the 745i's have self-leveling rear suspension. So there is a hydraulic pump in the back. This is essentially just a hydraulic cylinder. Obviously this is a hose. Here's the hydraulic line coming to it. This is a pressure accumulator, so there's a diaphragm in here. So this kind of acts as the shock. And then these springs are weaker than normal to cope with everything. Because they all have self-leveling suspension, they all have a sway bar. Because on the other side, there's a level sensor that is attached to the sway bar to tell it when it's drooping in the back, and then the hydraulic pump will kick on and raise up the back a little bit. But this is the next to go.